Hi guys, hope your day went well for you. I slept through mine like I usually do, so that's nothing new. But some breaking news, those who watch Clintus, his live chats are coming back Wednesday. You're hearing this before he puts his out, or his vlog out. I was watching one of his live streams of his game tonight. He was over on Twitch, and he was talking about bringing his live chats back, seeing the kids don't have sports on Wednesdays. So if you don't watch Clintus now doing his live stream, check out Wednesdays at 5 o'clock Arizona time, and you'll catch his live stream. My live stream, hey, whenever it happens. Whenever you guys want to chat or something, give me a shout. I'm always up for it. Maybe I should just start one every night and see who comes by, It'd probably be later in the night. I don't know what time, but I'll figure out something. If somebody wants to do a live chat or on Google Hangout, let me know. But if you see if it's brighter in here, I've got another 100-watt light bulb I just turned on so we can check out the worm in, as I was saying I was going to show you today. But I am thinking about, I'll probably show you the flow through first. I gave them some cuttings of vegetables, carrots, cauliflower, not sure what else. My brother was chopping up stuff the other day, probably 3 days ago now. And he had a big, good sized bag, and I'm going, what are you doing with that? He goes, I'm saving it like I always do. I'm going, oh, okay. I didn't want him throwing it out. He knows I'm always saving scraps or putting them in, usually in the flow through in the living room. But I wanted these scraps for the bedroom here. The pumpkin is all gone. Just seeds left. I dug in there the other day and nothing was left. So after these peelings go away, I'll put the other pumpkin on top here. I'll probably put more cardboard on first, and then put the other pumpkin on and let the cardboard soak up all the drippings and stuff, and then the worms will come up and feed. But let's go have a look in the flow through. Okay, we are both seeing this for the first time, as I always like to do. So it doesn't surprise me, and it doesn't surprise you. Or it might surprise you. If you look at the tip of the celery, right there, there's some mites on there. All those little, well, maybe they're not mites. Yeah, they look like mites. Usually some copper colored mites. But those look black. But I don't see any worms. Yeah, down here you can. Not worms, but mites. All those little specks, those are copper colored mites on there. I'm trying to light them up, but you can see them. I'm not out of not the glare of it. And right there on the bottom of there, those are all mites, which that's fine. There probably are thousands of mites in there. If you can see them move. Who knows how many mites are in this container. If I have my hand steady enough, we can see them move around. But yep, those break down the material too. And who knows where they come from. They appear and disappear all the time. But that's a look in the flow through, and I wanted to show you on the worm in what I found out about placing cardboard in there. Okay, as you can see, this is the cardboard that I put in last time, which has probably been a week or two or more. Well, maybe a couple weeks since I've done that. So this was all wet, and now it's all dry. This thing dries out really quick, as I've been finding out. You know, this is I've only had this since summertime, around June or something, so I'm still learning as I go. That's completely dry. So that's not a good environment for the worms. And seeing that was on the side there, having water here, if you're dripping, you know, putting water and dripping it over, it's only going to wet the top. What I was watching the other day was, it's not going to wet underneath. This is still pretty moist compared to what it is on top. So this is, you know, somewhat moist. You can see all the mold there, which is fine. That's just partly breaking down. So what I suggest people who have a worm in and are learning how to feed it, like myself, as I go along, is breaking down the cardboard into 1 by 1 pieces, 1 inch by 1 inch or 2 inch by 2 inch, into smaller pieces, keeping it wet. And what that will do is, once the water works through the cracks of all of them, it'll get down into the material below. See that newspaper and stuff? That's probably where the worms are, if I dig down enough. And this cardboard is a little bit moist to my hand, but I'm going to pull all that up and put that into the flow through. Now, seeing the flow through I have right next to me, see, that's how close it is. It's not that far away in the bedroom here. And the flow through will hold the moisture. Seeing the I use a bath blanket, we call it. The blanket sits on top. Let's go back here. That's one of the tools that I use. I should do a video on tools too. So the blanket sits on here, where the hole is, and that keeps the moisture in. So when you pull this away, as you can see some in the celery, that keeps all the moisture in. And over here, seeing the worm in is all open, that's not keeping the moisture in. It's evaporating, which is not a good thing, you know, because you want it moist, but you keep watering it. The moistness is where the worms are, way underneath here. And all this will be taken off. I wet some cardboard down. I have it soaking. I should say I'm soaking some cardboard in a bucket, so that will help. And I have my banana peels and coffee grounds at my feet here too. But that's the thing to learn today, is not put big pieces of paper, cardboard, or anything so the water goes over. You want the water to soak down underneath through this. So yeah, that's how you learn. I mean, I thought the cardboard would hold more moisture than what it did, but it didn't. So I'm going to put all this, top of the cardboard and all that, into the flow through, and then we'll feed this the banana peels and coffee grounds. Okay, I took most of the cardboard out, and as you can see, there are worms where the coffee grounds are. Yeah, so they're living there for right now, and all this stuff here is dry, which I'll keep. These are, smaller pieces, which will get wet with the cardboard and stuff I'm going to put on top of this. So I'll put a layer of my food, my banana peels and coffee grounds on top of this. It's not as much coffee grounds as I did last time, but then I'll put cardboard on top, the 1x1 pieces, and that should help things out of getting moisture through the container. Oh, I didn't even know we had one. If we look, is that where he is? An isopod. I have no idea how he got in here, or where he went to now. But that is very interesting to see an isopod in the worm in. Yeah, don't even know how he got into the container here. I've never put isopods in here. So somehow he managed to get in, and he's living in this, as dry as it is. Usually they like it a lot wetter, a lot more moisture. There's a worm right there crawling. So yeah, that surprised me to see an isopod in this. But there's plenty of it to, plenty of food for him to eat in there too, so I don't see why not. So let me put in the food next here. So as you can see, I just put in the layer of food, coffee grounds, into this, and I'll put in the cardboard that I have. I'll need a lot more cardboard to fill this thing back up, because if you can see where the top is, right there, and how far down below that is, that's a lot more space for food and to worms to feed on. So let me go get the cardboard. And a layer of cardboard. As you can see, it brought up somewhat of the height. I didn't know I had that much cardboard wet, soaking. Well, wetting or soaking, whatever you want to call it, but that gives you an idea of the pieces, the size of the pieces that you want. So when the water goes through, it goes, it soaks through. It doesn't soak off the side and not get at the heart of the worm in. So you want to break those, or cut those pieces down, or break them up into little chunks like this for, the water to soak through. So that is today's feeding of the worm in. So hopefully you enjoyed today's vlog, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'd like to see a few more people subscribe. And about the live chats, get hold of me and we'll do one, or I'll just crank it up maybe later tonight and just sit there and see if anybody shows up. I doubt it, being as late as I am awake, but you never know. So thanks for watching.